See, justification is a legal concept. It speaks to the principle of being acquitted on all charges. I remember, I've told this testimony before, but I can remember when I was trying to get my driver's license back. And I can remember when got a lawyer. And I remember going before the judge and standing before him, guilty of all the things that I was accused of, fully guilty of the things that was brought up against me. And I'm sitting there trying to plead my case before the court in front of the judge. But what I did not know is that my lawyer had already talked to the judge. They had already worked out a deal. And I stand before the judge, and he begins to tell me, he says, listen, I've heard about some of the things that you can do. I heard that you're a good person and you've made some mistakes. He says, we're going to drop the charges. But he said, I'll never forget this. He said, you need to thank God that you got a good lawyer. That is a picture of what happens when we step into God's courtroom, when we stand before him as the judge, because we were guilty as charged. All the charges that were levied against you, we were guilty of. All the things that were levied against you and you were accused of, you were guilty, but you had a lawyer on your side that had already talked to the judge and they had already worked out a deal, and you stood before the judge and he said, you know what, your lawyer pleaded your case, your lawyer worked something out, and now you are justified, or you are acquitted of all charges. And I wonder, is there anyone here that can praise God this morning that I had a lawyer who was on my side? I had someone that was pleading my case. I had someone that was standing in the gap for me. Grandma and them used to say, he's a doctor in the sick room and a lawyer in the courtroom. God works miracles for us.